What's up, YouTubers? Today we're going all the way back in time to when Raiders of the Lost Ark, An American Werewolf in London, and Escape from New York were still in theaters, to 1981, and opening up the oldest Topps packs that I've ever opened in my life. I got these on eBay for about $15 a piece. I have never in my life opened 1981 Topps. I went through a lot of my 80s and 70s stars and did not see a single 81 Topps card in there, so these are going to be all brand new to me. This set isn't that desirable from that era. There's not a huge rookie. The previous year had the Rickey Henderson rookie. The year after has got the Cal Ripken rookie, but this is considered the beginning of the modern era of baseball cards because Don Russ and Fleer also produced cards in 1981, and it was the first time since I think around 1963 that Topps had competition. I think 63 Fleer also produced cards, but they do have it has a great design. Not really any big name rookies, like I said. The biggest rookies out of this set are Harold Baines and Tim Raines, two Hall of Famers. One very questionable there. Kirk Gibson and Fernando Valenzuela also have fairly popular rookies from this year. It's got a great design, like I said. And we're, of course, looking for those rookies and Hall of Famers. Interesting side note with the Topps from this year is the backs of the cards, they also added slugging percentage, base on balls, and strikeouts to the career statistics of the players. It's the first time they'd made a change since, I think, the early 70s. So, but let's go ahead and get into these, and we'll see what players we get. Rickey Henderson's got a second-year card as well. It's always a funny looking photo, in my opinion. It looks like Rickey Henderson has a really weird shaped head. We'll see if we pull that. Not too many stars here on the front. We got Jeff Leonard looking like he did a big line of coke in the dugout. A very young Mike Scott before he was with the Astros and junking the ball up. And Lance Parrish, a few-time All-Star there for the Tigers there. But let's go ahead and get into this first pack. It's also got Julio Cruz. And we'll see what we get. Be nice to pull a Harold Baines or the Tim Raines rookie. I always like adding Hall of Fame rookie cards into my collection. Let's take a sniff of this. My nose is still a little bit plugged. Just smells like old cardboard. Alright. This is 2 years before they even started doing the All-Star inserts. They started doing those in '83. Alright, let's go through this first rack pack, see what we get. There's the Hackman, Jeff Leonard with the Astros. I remember him with the Giants, of course. Dan Petrie, prior to facial hair. There's the three-way rookie cards. Fernando Valenzuela and Tim Raines have rookies like this. We got Carlos Lescano, Steve Macko, and Randy Martz with the Cubs. Future stars. More like future duds. John Pasella, throwing so hard his hat's falling off. Dyer Miller. Let's take just a second here to enjoy that 1981 Topps design. Kind of a generic looking flea market hat there that has their position and team name. Can't believe they couldn't just put their actual Major League Baseball hat logo down there, but still not a bad looking design. Very distinct. Louis Pujols, father of Albert Pujols. Probably not, but maybe. Lenny Randall with the Cubs. Denny Walling, long career in the bigs. And there is the Fernando Valenzuela rookie card with Mike Scioscia's rookie on there as well, and Jack Picante Sauce. Too bad Fernando's face has got some printing flaws going on it. I'm sure you can see it there through the white. But there's the Fernando Valenzuela rookie. Atlanta Braves team card with Bobby Cox as the manager, of course. Ken Brett, pitcher with the Royals. Wrong Brett, I want George. Rob Wilfong with the Twins. Eric Soderholm. Sammy Mejias with the Reds. Joe Simpson with the Brewers. Mike Vail with the Cubs. Those were interesting early 80s Cubs uniforms there. Mark Bellinger, the Orioles. There's the Mike Scott, very young. Steve Nicosia, Pirates catcher. Rick Peters with the Tigers. Mario Mendoza, owner of the Mendoza line. I don't know what player exactly coined that. I think it was George Brett, actually. This guy was a career under 200 batting average. Let's see. 221, 180, 185, 198, 218. So, yeah. So, that's where the Mendoza line term was coined. Champ Summers. Sounds like a jock from a 80s movie. Rick Matula. J.R. Richard, fireballer from the Astros in the early 80s. Louis Gomez. Dan Stanhouse with that classic early 80s look there. Craig Nettles with the Yankees. Jim Roseanne-Barr. Cliff Johnson. Steve Dillard. Joe LaFave with the Yankees. Cecil Cooper. John Castino. Julio Cruz with Pack Damage. Miguel Dillon. Manny Sanguilin. Al Oliver. Joe Charbonneau, 1981 Rookie of the Year with the Indians. Batted about 280, hit 23 or 24 home runs, and then just kind of disappeared. I don't know exactly what happened to Joe, if he had injury or how he flamed out, but he was gone. Yep, 23 home runs, batted 289. Can't believe I know those statistics. That's scary. But, yeah, Joe Charbonneau. He was big back in 81. Big. Ivan DeJesus. Bill Russell, the Dodgers All-Star. Tony Armas, the A's. Dan Dreesen with the Reds. Pete LaBigcock with the Royals. Jerry Rolls-Royce of the Dodgers. Roy Smalley with the Twins, longtime Twin, fan favorite there. Barry Foote. George Hendrick, long career. I think he almost had 300 career home runs. Maybe. Junior Kennedy with the Reds. John Curtis with the Padres. I worked with that guy in California. Jose Cruz with the Astros, and Cesar Cedeno also with the Astros. So not really any Hall of Famers or anything big out of that pack. I did pull the Fernando Valenzuela. Unfortunately, it isn't in that great a shape. So I apologize if I'm going slow. I know some people like people that speed through their packs, but that's not my MO, so bear with me. Let's get into pack number 2 here. Hopefully we'll pull some Hall of Famers here. George Brett, Mike Schmidt, Nolan Ryan, Robin Yount. Alright, second pack here. We got Freddie Paddock. This guy looks like he weighs about 120 pounds. Leading Fireman, Dan Quisenberry, Raleigh Fingers, and Tom Hume. Interesting. Milt Wilcox with the Tigers. Strikeout leaders, Len Barker and Steve Carlton. I'll take it. There's another Hall of Fame card with Steve Carlton, one of the best lefties of all time. Larry McWilliams with the Braves. New York Mets team card managed by Joe Torre. Harry Spillman with the Reds. I remember him with the Giants later in his career. Reds future stars, Paul Householder, Jeff Combe, and Bruce Barigny. Marty Patton, the Royals. Got to get a checklist. John Fulgham. World Series, Phillies beat the Royals in 6. Brian Doyley with the Yankees. More future stars, Tom Tellman. Craig Stimmick and George Stambling. Not really any of these guys panned out. Larry Christensen with the Phillies. Ed Glenn with the Mets. Gary Alexander with the Indians. Lance Parrish with the Tigers, few-time All-Star. Glenn Hoffman. Rick Honeycutt, longtime A and pitching coach. Steve Garvey, All-Star. Dave Goltz. Jackson Todd, guy with opposite name, should be Todd Jackson. Willie Randolph, their longtime Yankee second baseman. Tom Donahue with the Angels. Bobby Bonds, looking like a crackhead. Ted Simmons with the Cardinals. Ken Forsch. Darrell Thomas with the Dodgers. Vic Correll, Reds. Steve Henderson. Fred Lynn, Boston Red Sox All-Star. Dave Palmer, Expos. John Candelaria. I love those yellow Pirates uniforms. Gene Tennis with the Padres. He helped the A's win some World Series in the 70s. Pat Putnam with the Rangers. Barry Evans with the Padres. Frank LaCourte. John Milner. Davey Lopes, another All-Star with the Dodgers. Rick Langford. Kent Tekulve, my favorite reliever from the early 80s, who wore shades and pitched for the Pirates. Phil Huffman. Fred Norman with the Expos. Bob Walk. Darrell Jackson. Bob Welch, young-looking Bob Welch, rest in peace. The Hawk, Andre Dawson, finally a Hall of Famer. Sweet Lou Piniella. Mike Cabbage Patch Kid. And last card, Mike Schmidt, All-Star. Nice. Might end on a high note. And the great part about these is no gum stains. Nice clean design there. Pack fresh from 1981. So, got a few decent cards to put into my star boxes. Fred Lynn, Garvey, Steve Carlton, Valenzuela, rookie, and Schmidt. If anybody's interested in any of these commons that are packed fresh, let me know. I'll send them out to you. Just give me a shout out or send me a message. And that was some 1981 Topps. Didn't do horribly. Would have been nice to pull a Tim Raines or the Harold Baines rookie cards, but always fun to open packs that I've never opened before. And thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.